Hi, welcome to my training base. Today I'm going to walk you through how to upgrade and improve the audio quality of your video conferencing and video engagement. So without further ado and delay, let me walk you through the different devices. Right now I'm speaking directly into the laptop's microphone, and this is something that I would not recommend, and I believe you will know why. Right now I'm using the Apple wired EarPods. This is my go-to microphone when I'm conducting training or even video conferencing. The reason is, you can already tell by now, the audio quality has significantly increased as compared to the earlier clip using the laptop's microphone. Let me share with you 3 principles of good audio quality. Number 1, proximity effect. Number 2, size of the diaphragm. And number 3, the build quality of your microphone. Let me start off with proximity effect. What that is: the closer your audio source is to the microphone, the better the quality of your audio will be. It enhances the warmth, the bass, and even the clarity of your vocal. Therefore, in this setup, the microphone is pretty nearby to the source of my vocals, and I'm also going to share with you the optimum proximity effect. It ranges between 3 to 6 inches. What is 3 inches? When you hold your fist like that, your fist span, that is about approximately 3 inches, and when you do this sign from the thumb to your pinky, that is about approximately 6 inches. So get it within that range and you will have very good audio quality. I'm also going to share, when we are using earpiece, what are some of the mistakes of the users. Number 1, if you were to put both sides, it's pretty fine. But when you want to only put one side of it, this is okay because of the proximity effect, right? But if you were to put on the other side and drop off the side with the microphone, you will get ruffling sound because your microphone might be, swaying around, and your microphone is further. Let me put it back up here so that you won't get the poor audio quality. So you see, it's important to put on the correct side of your microphone. Second mistake is, there are some users who have this tendency to think that if I were to do this and put my microphone nearer to my mouth, you will have a clearer audio transmitted over. But I think it may not be the case. As you can hear, there's a lot of muffling and ruffle because it's too close. It passed the optimum proximity effect. So these are some things to take note of. Let's move on to the next microphone. Now, I have switched to another microphone. Are you able to tell what microphone am I using, or where is my microphone? Well, if I were to lift up my body a little bit, are you able to see that there is a little microphone that's clipped onto my shirt over here? This is what we call the Lavalier microphone, or lav mic for short. Let me just clip it back on my shirt. Okay, this is a pretty useful and dynamic microphone because it gives very high quality audio. And let me explain why. Firstly, back to the principle of proximity effect, is there about within 6 inches. Secondly, the size of the diaphragm. Now, you can see that the size of the diaphragm has been increased because the microphone has a bigger surface area compared to the laptop, which is embedded deep inside that you can't even find where it is. Secondly, the earpieces microphone also has got a certain limitation in size, whereas this one, you are able to expand to a slightly bigger size diaphragm, which is actually the piece that records and brings in the signal of your audio and transmits it out so that we are able to listen. Let me share with you some of the advantages of using earpieces and lavalier microphones. Firstly, it stays in a very optimum position. So if you were to move, turn left or to turn right, or even move backward a little bit, you do not experience a drop in audio volume or quality because your microphone stays probably at a very similar position even as you have certain movement. So for people who are conducting a lot of presentation, instructions, training and teaching, this is probably a very good option, either the earpiece or the lavalier microphone, and the sound is pretty good quality. But there is a setback if we are using the lavalier microphone for conferencing, because in the newer laptops you have only one 3.5 mm audio jack. If you were to use earpiece, it's a 2-in-1. There are two parts to your audio. One is your monitor, which is called speaker for easy understanding, and the other part is the microphone. So in your smartphone earpieces, be it your Samsung, Apple or Huawei, it's a 2-in-1, so it's very convenient. Just plug it in, it works. But if you were to use a lavalier microphone, you have already utilized that one port in your audio. You have no other ports to transmit audio to your ears, to your listening. Therefore, you need to find an option. One of the options is to use Bluetooth connectivity for speakers. Yeah, it can be set up in that manner, but it is a little bit more hassle. That means you need to have multiple devices. Or alternatively, you can choose to purchase a lavalier mic that has got a extension audio cable to plug in your earphones. Thirdly, you can choose to buy a splitter, an adapter that splits out one single audio jack into two, one being your microphone and the other being your headphones. So this is just a little bit of a setup more, but once you fix it up, it's going to be very easy. So make a choice. From as of now, you have earpiece or a lavalier microphone. Let me share with you a few other options before we wrap it up. Hi, this is yet another device that we are using, which is the over-ear headphones with a wired connectivity. What I'm going to say is that this is an option because some of us might like the headsets, but there are several different kind of headsets like that. I would like to share with you, this is probably the more I would say quality sounding headsets, because it works with a nice earphones that covers your ear, but how it is transmitting the microphone is actually through this cable. It has a microphone here, and you still maintain your proximity effect and the quality build. It is almost likened to your earpiece. The only thing is that it's this big bulky looking headsets, but it might look aesthetically pleasing to some people. They prefer it that way. What I'm going to share with you is that while this headset has got the capability of putting up wire, it also has a Bluetooth capability. I am going to share in a while's time why we should not use Bluetooth connectivity for headsets. But before we go there, there's another option which I do not have it, so I'm not able to show you, but I can just share with you the experience. It will be things like your gaming headset or call center headset, whereby there is a boom microphone with like something like a stick sticking out. That is also may not be the most preferred, because the sound quality of that kind of microphone is very muffled. It will make you sound like as though you are a pilot speaking over the public address system. It is not the clearest and not the sharpest. So, but I mean, some of you like it that way, no issues with that, but I'm just giving you the understanding that that kind of microphone does not sound the best. In fact, it drops. It is just slightly better than your direct laptops. Now, this is the same headset that you have seen earlier a while ago. The only difference is that now I do not use any cable. It's connected via Bluetooth. I'm not too sure if you can experience the drop in quality of the microphone. I'm going to explain later with another microphone why the quality drop and why Bluetooth is not recommended for use in video conferencing. Okay, hi there. How do you like this microphone? This is a big bad black boy. It's called the USB Condenser Microphone. This is actually a very high quality microphone. It's very clear, crisp, and it balances the bass and treble input. I think this is probably one of my favorite microphone, and you might agree that it sounds the best among the so many being used. Okay, with that, I'm going to explain why we shouldn't be using Bluetooth. because you see, Bluetooth has a very weak transmission signal, and it cannot give you a very good quality because of going wireless. And if you were to look to the 3 acid tests that we have studied, number 1, proximity effect. Because you see, Bluetooth microphone are embedded further away from where usually you will speak. So it is put somewhere near the headset piece, and it's embedded inside. It's also pretty small. And the quality build, okay, it might be quite quality, but with all this put in place, it's not the optimum. And I would like to also warn you, in case you think that you are going to spend a premium price to purchase Bluetooth earbuds. For example, your Jabra, your Apple AirPods, and whatever else you may have. You pay a lot of money for that, but it's not going to work well. Even your Sennheisers, your very premium headsets that cost about $500 to $600, when it comes to conferencing microphone, it will not work as well. Let me explain a little bit further as well. Although you might be paying $500 to $600 for very premium headsets, the amount that is diverted is not into the microphone, but it's onto the speakers. They are more for listening pleasure. So if you are, listening to hi-fi quality sound, okay, you get a very good deal for that. But when it comes to the microphone, it will not be optimum. So therefore, refrain from purchasing expensive Bluetooth, be it earpiece or headsets, thinking that you are spending quite a premium and you will get good quality. Keep that for your music enjoyment, watching movies and things like that. But when it comes to conferencing, stick to wired. And also there are some disadvantages whereby if you are pairing it with multiple devices, it gets interference and you get very confused. If there's a call coming in halfway, if you're presenting, it was not going to be good. And also the battery. Of course, I know some devices have 30 to 50 hours battery lifespan. But if you meet the point whereby you are nearing to the end of your battery span, you might have disruption again. Do not be fooled if you see some people wearing things like your Jabras or your AirPods. They are probably using that as a speaker, but they have another source of microphone. Like what I mentioned earlier, if you are using a lavalier microphone clip somewhere, it transmits very good quality audio speaking. But because they do not have a earpiece, they probably use your Bluetooth earpiece as a audio input for your speaker. So do not, as I said, do not spend the kind of money thinking that you are putting a lot of premium into the earpiece. You'll be very disappointed. So now I think we almost can wrap it up. This microphone, why is it so good? Because proximity effect. You see, this is probably one of the best. Remember this fizz? It sounds good. It picks up the bass, the warmth, and just check out the size of the diaphragm. It's huge. And definitely it has build quality. So even if you were to move away quite far, if I move away now, I'm probably about 2 feet away from the microphone. It's still not too bad. You can move a little bit further. It's still not too bad. But the only difference is that as you move closer and move backward, there is a drop in audio volume and quality. So that's what I meant, whereby if you use this, you must have certain technique to move around the microphone so that you have very equal volume pickup. And also take care of something called plosive, because this is a condenser microphone. It's very sensitive. So if you do not have a pop filter like what I have, you might give rise to a lot of plosive, the sounds that are made by pronouncing the P. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. If you do not have this pop filter, you are going to sound very bad with all the p sound picking up. So this is the whole complete range of microphones that you can have. If you stay on to the end of my training, you can see in my final production, I'm using this microphone and it's probably going to sound very good. So thanks for tuning in. This is all I have for audio training. See you. Bye.